Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, Refusing to Accept the Lord's Way. Refusing to accept the Lord's way. Call Allah Yahawah, BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Call Allah Yahawah, BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Anya ma'amayan. Anya ma'amayan. Anya ma'amayan. Call Allah Yamla Abanawa Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI. Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi, Barakata Yahawah, Barakata Yahawashi. And I'm not gonna make this too long, just a quick hit. As the title reads, refusing to accept the Lord's way. This is gonna be a lot of our people, of you Israelites. This is going to be a lot of your downfall, is because you despise, because Scripture tells you, fools hate wisdom. Fools despise instructions, and a lot of our people are out of order. The men, women, and a good majority of the children. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Lord's chosen people, the tribes, man. A lot of our people, they despise the Lord's instructions. You see? And the Scripture also tells you that a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. The Lord is about order. And the Scripture also tells you that the Lord hates a proud look and a lying tongue, and a good majority of our people, and even into the world, they're full of pride. They're full of pride. Our people, a good majority of them, they don't want to walk in the counsel of the Lord. Let me get right to this. I don't want to make this too long. And it tells you in Scripture that 2/3 of the Lord's people are going to be put to death. He's going to put them to death in this end time. Because they don't want to follow the instructions and rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. We know that we are in the land of our captivity, and we can't keep all the laws 1,000%. But we are to rehearse them, to do everything we can to rehearse them. And then a good majority of our people, they just don't believe this, and they believe a little of that, and they walk in their own counsel, their own way. This is going to get a lot of our people destroyed. Let me go here. Romans 10 and 1, and it reads, it says, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Lord for Israel is that they might be saved. Yeah, we all know, overall, the Israelites, our people, man, the tribes are going to be, we're going to be saved, man. Salvation is for us. We're going to have dominion in the kingdom right there in Jerusalem. We know Israel, Jerusalem, is a people before a place. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, that's Israel, man. That's Jerusalem, the tribes, the Lord's chosen people. We are going to have dominion, rulership forever. We're overall, Israel is going to be saved from all this captivity and suffering and oppression. But in this second return of the Lord, He's not going to save all of Israel. They got judgment to face. 2/3 of His people, because they despise the Lord's instructions, His ways. See, it says, but they'll be brought back in the kingdom through marriage. It says, for I bear them record. See, for I bear them record that they have a zeal. See, for they have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. A lot of our people, they go to church all the time, but they don't know none of the holy days. They don't know nothing about the dietary law, whose salvation is for, you know, who their enemies are. They don't know. They don't know. You try to tell Jake about, you know, like I said, the holy days. You ask him, yeah, I know about the Bible. Yeah, I go to church all the time. Do you celebrate Hanukkah? What's that? I never heard of that. That's the Hanukkah. That's a Jewish holiday. You got to be kidding me. What book are you reading? See? But you go to church and you pray to the Lord every day. But what did he say? But he says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. They don't know about these scriptures. They pray all day long, but they don't know nothing about these scriptures. What it say? Let me go 10. Let me go 3. Salakia 3. It says, for they being ignorant of the Lord's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness. See? For they being ignorant of the Lord's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness. This is a major problem amongst you Israelites, amongst the tribes. It tell you in Corinthians, what is that? 1 Corinthians, it tell you a man not to cover up his head praying or prophesying, a man not to have long hair. It tells you that in the scriptures. And then you got some of our people. They tell you they don't believe those writings, or they don't believe in the New Testament. When it tell you in Proverbs, it tell you every word of the Lord is pure. Huh? It says every word of the Lord is pure. You know, you got men out here going to camp and wearing hats and long hair like women. They tell you that if a man have long hair, it should be a shame. Men dressing up as, women dressing up, wearing men's clothing. You know, just totally rejecting and going against the Lord's word, man. It says, for they being ignorant of the Lord's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Lord. This is a major problem amongst the tribes, man. You see? A lot of our people, they despise the Lord's instructions, and our people, a lot of them, they go about to establish their own ways of righteousness. The Lord said the whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and to keep his commandments, not yours, his commandments. But our people they don't want to believe that. They don't hearken. I'll close out with this. So this is what the Lord said. See? Fear the Lord and to keep his commandments. But this is going to get a lot of our people destroyed. Let me go here. I'll close out with this. Psalm 81 and 10. Psalm 81 and 10. It says, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. See, you know, the Lord made a covenant, a promise with our forefathers coming out of the first Egypt, you know, and like he said, you know, I am your power, I am your God, and you are my people. I choose you. See? And he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. But our people, they reject it still to this day. The Lord said, I am the Lord, I change not. See, I change not. It says, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. It says, open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. Still to this day, we are still his people. These laws, statutes, and commandments are for us forever, man. But what does it say? 11. It says, but my people would not hearken to my voice. Our people, the good majority of our people, you know, you Israelites, man, you're not going to listen. It says, but my people would not hearken to my voice. It says, and Israel with none of me. They want to do it their way. Try to tell you that his name is not Jesus. You know, Yeshua, Yahweh, or you know, the Lord is a Hebrew Israelite, but nope. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. His name is Yeshua. You know, all these different bugged out names, man. All these different titles. The Lord has a name. We're trying to give you the name, but they don't want to listen. Trying to tell you about the holy days. Trying to tell you about the prophecies, about World War III, about the mark. They don't want to hear it. So the Lord said, he said, and Israel with none of me. So you're just not going to listen, a good majority of our people. I'll close out with this. It says, 12. It says, so I gave them up. See? So I gave them up unto their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsel. So the Lord said, all right, since you don't want to listen to me, because I've set up the men out of my people, the prophets. You know, I didn't set up the men out of my people to prophesy and to speak my word to you, and you don't want to listen. So he said, and he said, so I gave them up unto their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsel. And I'll leave it there. And we see what's didn't happen. The Lord said, since you don't want to listen to me, you Israelites, you don't want to listen, Jake, I'm going to give you up unto your own stupid ass ideas. Excuse my language. I'm going to give you up unto your own stupid ideas, your own foolish thoughts, what you think is going to work and save you and get you right. And we see, you know, the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos and Native American Indians, the tribes. We see what's didn't happen by us not coming back and following the Lord's instructions. Our power, we're on the bottom. We've been on the bottom too, especially in this place, America. You're on the bottom. The oppression, the injustice, you know, you go to the worst, your kids go to the worst public schools, you live in all the worst areas, and then you still try to go in your own way, and then you suffer, and then you want to protest to the enemy, and they laugh and mock you, and then you wonder why. Well, what can we do? What can we possibly do to get out of this situation? And the Lord is telling you the Lord has set up his men to tell his people, and they just don't want to hear it. They don't believe that. So they you know, and the Lord told you that he was going to scatter us into all nations, and we were going into slavery, into captivity, and we would be ruled over by those that hate us. And that's what's been shown too. It's been revealed over and over and over. But our people, they just can't, they're not going to believe it. A lot of our people just, they want to go in their own way. So this is why the Lord is going to bring judgment in this end. Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is for Jacob. You tribes, and to the hard-headed Israelites, the 2/3 that despise the Lord's instructions. You know, and what's about to happen is going to be worse than slavery. Worldwide chaos, violence, tribulation is coming, starting with the Lord, 2/3 of the Lord's people, and on down to the other nations. The Lord he's coming back to deliver his elect out of his people, the elect, the remnant, the chosen. That's who will be delivered. That's who will be protected and guided in this time of danger. So this is just a quick hit, like I said. You know, a lot going on. You know, but you know, they you know, 2/3 of our people, they have established their own righteousness, their own way. And the Lord said, I'm going to give them up into their own heart's lust and their own counsel. And we see what's going to happen. You have failed miserably. You called on Malcolm X. You called on Martin Luther King. You know, the Black Panthers, all these political different parties. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So I'll leave it there, man. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Shalom.